Okay, so this is going to be a little side video, and I'm going to be reading off my phone for a little, so I don't even think you'll be really seeing me. You're going to be seeing me right now, but I'm going to be reading off my phone, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about trades that I have seen. A number of contenders, including the 76ers, Heat, Bucks, and Suns, have held trade conversations for PJ Tucker. If you don't know, he requested a trade because he wants to play. In the caption, it says, "No, I'm quite surprised to see PJ Tucker have a market," which is true. PJ Tucker was like a 39-year-old making $11 million. I think he says I don't think he's a good player anymore, but that's another convo for another day. I think he's I think he's a good player. I just don't think he's worth $11 million. But I can see the good part about trading for him is because he's on a 1 year deal. If you trade for somebody who's making $11 right now, you can get rid of a bad contract that's for 2-3 years, and you're clearing up $11 million in cap space. So I see positives in it. So that's why one of these trades they're talking about that. One of the trades has Duncan Rob. You'll see. Um, it also says, keep in mind this could also be teams that would also love to sign him if he's waived. Okay, so it's saying that the 76ers, so it's all teams that he's played for. So I guess it makes sense why he would want to go back. But they would also be teams that would want to get him if he's waived. But this is more of it just for fun and experiment. The Bucks and Suns face second apron restrictions, so the only eligible players to trade from these teams Bucks would have to trade Brook Lopez or Bobby Portis, which isn't happening, and the Suns would have to trade Grayson Allen and Yusuf Nurkic, which isn't happening. The Heat and Sixers are both first apron teams, so they also face restrictions. Um, Miami's only logical player to trade for Tucker is Duncan Robinson, which you can, I guess, make sense. We'll see what PJ Truck trade looks like. It's a very weird situation because of his salary, and I think it would be easier to get a deal done with the Wizards or the Pistons as a third team. So that's exactly what he does. So uh, for this trade, I'm assuming you can see it now, is Isaiah Stewart going to the Clippers. The Pistons get Duncan Robinson, Bones Highland, and 2 future seconds, and the Heat get PJ Tucker. And that's clearing some money also. So I like this trade for the Clippers. You're getting rid of the PJ Tucker money, and you're getting Isaiah Stewart, who's on a 4 year contract. Do you really want that? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But I feel like he could be a good. He does play power forward last year. I don't really like that. He's more of a center, and I feel like he could be a good backup center. And I feel like he could play again besides Zubac, I guess, because he can space the floor. Do you really want him to? Just feel like it brings extra depth to you guys, which will be very helpful. The Pistons get extra shooting beside Cade with Duncan Robinson, which is very nice. I don't like Bones Highland going there. I love Bones Highland. I want him to do good, and I just don't want him to go to the Pistons. He's going to be the third string point guard, I guess, behind Cade Cunningham and Marcus Sasser. Which you're not going to be playing over either of those, Bones. If you're not if you're not getting playing time right now, and your team completely went and signed 2 new point guards. Is Chris Dunn, Kevin Porter point guard? I think so. And then the Pistons get 2 seconds, I guess. That's good value for Isaiah Stewart. I guess that's good. And then the Heat get PJ Tucker, which is what they want, and I feel like you could bring some identity to them, but you're losing Duncan Robinson, so I feel like if the Heat would want something else, because I feel like Duncan Robinson is better, but if you want him so bad, you would have to take him. That's all I have for that trade. I don't know. No matter what, the Clippers are going to have to get rid of Bones Highland also because they didn't sign him, which sucks. I just want to see him on a good team. Not a good team. I just want to see him get playing time. So on this, I would give it like a B. I really like it for the Clippers. I don't. I like it for the Pistons. You get Duncan Robinson, a good shooter. I just don't like the Bones Highland because you're just gonna have to release him or just not sign him. And I guess it makes sense for the Pistons. I just don't like it for him as Bones Highland. So I guess I'll give it like A minus. I just don't like what the Heat are getting in the trade. That's all. because they're probably giving up at one of those 2 seconds, or probably both those 2 seconds. I don't like that either, because you would be giving up Duncan Robinson, PJ. You would be giving up Duncan Robinson in 2 seconds to get PJ Tucker, because I don't think the Clippers have any seconds. Yeah, I don't like that. But for the other two, for the Clippers and the Pistons, I love that. Now we're going to another trade. And I kind of like this trade. It has its ups and downs. So the Clippers would get Marvin Bagley. The Wizards would get Brook Lopez, and I would assume they would release him. I don't see why the Clippers would want to keep him. Bones Highland, and then 2 future seconds. So maybe those 2 future seconds are coming from the Clippers. I don't know. And then the Bucks would get Jonas Valanciunas and PJ Tucker. I like the addition of Jonas Valanciunas to the Jonas Valanciunas to the Bucks. He doesn't really bring defense, which the Bucks need, but he just brings a big body. But you won't be able to space the flow. Giannis and Jonas Valanciunas will be standing right beside each other. So is that really what you want? Marvin Bagley to the Clippers sounds really nice. I like that addition. Brook Lopez, I would assume, would get waived. Bones Highland to the Wizards still seem not too bad. He would he? I feel like he could. Bones Highland would get weird playing time there. I feel like he would get 10 minutes in this one game, 20 minutes this game, then the next game get nothing. So it's hard to say how that would go. Yeah. Brook Lopez would get waived. What team could he go to? He could go. Brook Lopez on the Grizzlies would be really nice. That would be a nice addition. What else? Brook Lopez on the Warriors would be really nice. That wouldn't be terrible. On the Lakers, those teams he could go to would change the NBA, I think. Marvin Bagley on the Clippers, I feel like could not be bad. Plays power forward center, maybe center power forward more or less. Could he play beside Zubac? Not starting, but spot minutes, yeah, maybe. Could give them a backup big man. PJ Tucker on the Bucks was he on that? I think he was on that championship team. Yeah, because he was guarding Kevin Durant when his foot was on the line. Yeah, so that's pretty good, at least. I guess that was a positive to that. Bring him back, but then he would have to. The money is just that. That's actually not bad, because Brook Lopez is making $23 million, and Jonas Valanciunas is making $10 million, which is an absolute steal of a contract. And PJ Tucker is making $11 million. So whatever Brook Lopez is making, you're getting 2 players for one, which is pretty good, if you ask me. Bones Highland going to the Wizards, I don't know, would get much playing time in those seconds. I don't know. I don't know how PJ Tucker still gets contracts despite constantly requesting trades. Is crazy. But I feel as a Clippers fan, I feel like you would love both of these trades. But I don't feel like Bones deserves to go to Detroit. It's better to get rid of Brook Lopez than Bobby Portis, like he was saying at the start. But yeah, the Heat wouldn't want to get rid of Duncan Robinson, but they would have to, which I don't feel it makes sense. And especially for that little. Like, he's a 5 times better player than PJ Tucker. Clearing up $7 million in cap, I guess you would. Doesn't make it that much better. But Duncan Robinson does have multiple years on his contract. He is clearly not worth the $40 million over the next 2 years. So you would be clearing that up, I guess. But I still wouldn't want him getting traded for PJ Tucker. And that's all I have. It's just a random trade, 2 trades I saw, and I wanted to talk about it. So everyone have a good day. I used to suggest movies to you guys. What movies should I suggest? I saw Terrifier 3 recently. Don't watch it unless you love gore. Like, the amount is, like, I don't want to talk about it. Just if you love scary stab and blood movies, watch Terrifier 3. Food I've ate recently that you should try. I'm a big back, but I'm a cheap big back, so I'm gonna say IKEA. If you have an IKEA near you, go inside and you will find some of the best food there. It's cheap, and on Tuesdays it's half off. I would suggest you go there. The food is cheap and it's not cheaply made. That's the best I can say. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's not cheaply made, and you feel full after it. And I eat a lot of food.